What's up, guys? I'm gonna try to make this quick video. Hey, I wanted to touch on something real quick. Um, I have an iPhone XS Max. This is the 256 gig. And I got a Galaxy Note 9, 128 gig. I've had the Note 9 now for about 2 weeks. Excuse me, and I've had the XS Max since launch day. Of course, as everyone knows, I am an Apple fanboy, so I'll get that out the way. But don't end the video yet, because not only am I Apple, I'm a tech fanboy. So I love technology, right? I think that there are advantages to Android as well as there are advantages to iOS. You know, there's nothing wrong with using both of them. One of the things that I wanted to say that I'm really impressed with in regards to the Galaxy Note 9, aside from the screen, everyone talks about the screen. And it's crazy because the Galaxy Note 9 has a phenomenal screen, but this XS Max, it's no slouch. But that's not what this video is about today. This video is about the battery on this thing. Man, this battery is amazing. And I want to give you a quick story. All right, so this past Monday, okay, I woke up. I live in Virginia. I woke up and I had to go to New York. I had a meeting in New York. So I got up. My bus left at 10 o'clock. So both of these came off the charger, let's say around 8 o'clock. Got ready and I left. Now when I left, I took my XS Max, I took my Note 9, and I took my iPad Pro. I also brought with me my USB-C to Lightning and my quick charge adapter. All right, I didn't bring anything for this because the plan was I was going to New York. I was going to be there for about 2-3 hours, and then I was going to head back home. Well, I go to New York, and for the most part, I'm using my iPhone. You know, I'll say it out there every now and then. I have like my work email on here. So every now and again, I was typing an email, maybe sending a text. But for the most part, I was using the iPhone. About an hour away from New York, the iPhone was down to about 47%. So I went on and just put it on a charger. Because I knew I had a quick charge. Figured by the time we got to New York, the phone would be about to 90%. And at the same time, the Note 9 was at about 94%. All right, so had my meeting, got on the bus, came back home. Again, on the ride home, for the most part, using the XS Max. Maybe about 2 hours away from my stop, iPhone was down to about 37%. So I went on and put it back on the charger. Now, at the time, unbeknownst to me, my wife was having a medical issue. All right, so I ended up getting to my bus stop. My wife picked me up, and I made a choice like, we need to take you to the emergency room. So straight off the bus to our healthplex in our area, which is, you know, the emergency room, the healthplex. And we get there around 11:30 p.m., okay? The Galaxy Note at the time was probably like at 87%. The iPhone was at about 85-90%, somewhere around there. So we were there, and then they decided that, you know, they needed to admit my wife, and they were going to have to transport her to the hospital. So we ended up being transported to the hospital around 2 in the morning. We get to the hospital, they admit her. Long story short, she came home yesterday. We were in the hospital for 3 days. What I was impressed with was, again, I got off the bus, to the car, to the healthplex, to the hospital. And when we came home, literally, my phone was at about, the Note 9 was at about 17%. Again, I used it here and there. We got home early afternoon, early evening. and I decided, I was like, I'm just gonna wait till I go to bed. I'm gonna see what happens, how long the phone can last. And I used it again here and there, here and there. By the time I went to bed, which was about 11 p.m., the phone was at 11%. 11%. And again, today is Friday. Monday, took it off the charger at 8 a.m. I never once used any of the power saving features on this phone. And again, that's what makes this so impressive, because going to New York, I put the the power saving feature on the iPhone. I turned that on, and I pretty much had it on, up, back, and then several times in the hospital. So I mean, I charged the XS Max quite a bit this week, being in the hospital and things like that. And you know, again, I didn't use the Note 9 as much as I was using the iPhone, but I still find it very impressive that from Monday morning to, you know, yesterday, up until 11 p.m., that this phone lasted. And again, when I didn't even kill it. When I went to bed, it was at 11%. So again, there are definitely advantages to Android, and there are advantages to iOS. And this is not what this video is about. This is just to say I'm impressed with this battery. Like, Apple, let's step it up. Let's step it up. It's an impressive battery in here, but this Note 9 is impressive. And this is not a comparison of which phone is better or anything like that. I mean, for me, if I had my choice, I'm going to go with the XS Max, again, because I'm an Apple guy. But I like technology, so I like having both. I think that there's some things that Android does way better than the iPhone, and I think there's some things that the iPhone does way better than, or iOS does better than Android. And again, anyway, I don't want to turn this video into which one is better. I just wanted to jump on real quick and say that I'm thoroughly impressed with this battery. Matter of fact, this has been off the charger since 7 this morning. I'm at 82% right now. Whereas the iPhone, same amount of time, and I'm at 55%. And I've been using both quite a bit today. I'll still say I use the iPhone a little bit more, but I've been using this Note today equally. Well, not equally, because I just said it, but you guys understand what I'm saying. I've been using the Note 9 today, and it's now 2:32. Again, the Note 9 is at 82%, and the iPhone is at 55%. So, if you're looking for a phone that has one of the best batteries out there, and you don't want to carry like a big bulky battery pack, or always have to lug around a charger, especially if you're an Android person, you cannot go wrong with the Note 9. Alright guys, until the next video, you guys have a great weekend. By the way, my wife's doing great. I know I said she was in the hospital, she was admitted. We're home now. She's doing great, she's fine. Alright guys,